Southwest Florida's #1 primetime newscast. Fox 4 News at 10.
The countdown is on as we get ready to ring in the brand new year. And it's not just Southwest Florida. As you can see, preparations are underway at one of the nation's largest parties. You are looking live at Times Square in New York City. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for choosing Foreigner Corner tonight. I'm Emily Dishno. Can you believe it? We are just about 2 hours away from 2014, and there is a whole lot of fun to be had right here in Southwest Florida. Tonight, Foreigner Corner's Katie Jones and Dave Culbreth, both front and center for some of the festivities around town. We first check in with Katie, who is live in downtown Fort Myers for the big countdown. Katie.
Well, Emily, if you can't already tell, the party has started. Check it out. The music's loud. The streets are packed. The ball is about to drop in just about 2 hours. Check out this madness. People are here. They're ready to party. And we caught up with a lot of them earlier this evening about why they say downtown Fort Myers is the place to be to ring in the new year. Take a listen. The bars are stocked and staff ready to serve. Downtown business owners are all set to ring in the new year.
It's all hands on deck. The whole staff's working this evening. New Year's Eve's typically the best night of the year for us, and for most people downtown.
The food's grilling and drinks flowing. Partygoers say there's no better place to celebrate.
When you go to New York, big city, but this is, people are unique, eclectic. It's just beautiful. You hear the waves off the bay.
Thousands filled the streets of downtown Fort Myers for the festivities, live music, a laser light show, and of course, a ball drop.
I think it is the best thing. First of all, it is, they made the city back to how it used to be in the old days. So I think it's just cool. It's real hip.
You can walk the streets. It's quaint, and everyone has been very friendly, and lots of food and fun, and you can see the ball. So that's even the best part.
Visitors say it's not just the celebrations, but what the holiday symbolizes that makes New Year's Eve extra special.
I'm a teacher, so I want there to be more peace.
Just having a great time and knowing that you're hoping for a wonderful year.
Again, we are just about 2 hours away from midnight for that final countdown for the ball to drop here in downtown Fort Myers. But the party is going till 2 a.m. this morning, so if you still want to come out to downtown Fort Myers, there's still plenty of time. Just get here and be safe and have a happy new year. We're live in Fort Myers. Katie Jones, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right, thank you, Katie. Our team coverage continues now with Foreigner Corner's Dave Culbreth, who joins us live at the festivities from Fort Myers Beach. Dave, what's the party like in your neck of the woods?
Emily, it's a lot of fun. I'm standing here on the beach, and behind me is Times Square, where all evening and even this afternoon, a band has been playing. Right next to it is the ball that will drop at midnight. Fittingly, it's sitting right next to a palm tree, and the fireworks will come and explode off of the Fort Myers Pier. And there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of people gathered here. They brought their coolers, they brought their chairs, anything to stand on or sit on, and they are all ready here and enjoying the weather.
We wanted to do something different, something special. So we decided to come down for Christmas and New Year's.
Have you ever been anywhere on New Year's Eve where it's like 75, 80 degrees during the day?
Nah.
No. Indoors in New York.
People on Fort Myers Beach today were out jet skiing, swimming, laying out on the beach. You get the idea. They also saw live bands play. And on Fort Myers Beach, on just this day and on July 4th, you can walk around with open containers, something usually against the law. But most everyone we talked with said they came mostly for the weather, including this couple who is from Maine.
It's 11 degrees back home, so I always end up right here between Sarasota and Fort Myers. It's the warmest place on probably the northeast continent.
So everybody is looking forward to the new year, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because it's going to be worse.
You think?
I think so.
Kind of a pessimist, aren't you?
Not at all. It's just obvious.
So much for Happy New Year, huh? Are you with him? Yes, I am. You don't... Let's do that again. Are you with him?
Yes, I am.
You weren't nearly as enthusiastic the first time. Well, it's not 11 degrees here. In fact, it's about 65 degrees, and these people are excited. Can we hear it? Get a Happy New Year, huh?
Oh much screaming, they cut out the camera's shot. Of course, with so many folks out and about on this New Year's Eve, a big factor for fun is, of course, the weather. You heard Dave mention a great 65 degrees out there on the beach. We're taking a live look now at Cape Harbor in Cape Coral, where the skies seem to be clear, and of course, the air is just cool enough out there. Our Storm Patrol's Jim Sine has our first check of the weather tonight.
Yeah, you were looking there at our Zoom Tan Sky Cam, showing us that skies are clear in Southwest Florida. And Culbreth did mention that it's 65 degrees. Now, who told Culbreth he was supposed to be doing the weather? That's supposed to be my territory, but he was right on. Leave it to Culbreth. He rarely makes a mistake, and it is in the mid-60s in Southwest Florida. Showing you that Southwest Florida is dry right now. We're sweeping clear. We're going to continue to sweep clear really for the next couple of days. However, by late Thursday, that's when things are going to be changing. There you go. Culbreth right on the nose. 64 in LaBelle, 66 in Fort Myers, 66 in Sanibel, 68 our current temperature in Naples. Dew point temperature is very manageable in the 50s. Anytime dew points are in the 50s means the humidity is not oppressive, feels very comfortable outside. Could have a very small sprinkle late tonight, overnight, but it would be just a little tiny shower that wouldn't even show up on the radar. That's the only negative to our short-term forecast. However, some big-time rain is on the way, and some chilly mornings are ahead, too. We'll outline them all for you coming up.
All right, thank you, Jim. Tonight is certainly a night to celebrate, but it's never an excuse to drink and drive. Law enforcement all over Southwest Florida really stepping up patrols to keep our roads safe.
We're going to have our nighttime traffic unit out assisting patrol with doing additional enforcement for DUI enforcement. Of the 18 fatalities that we've had this year, about 1/3 of those can be attributed in one way or another to impaired driving, whether that's alcohol or drugs.
Sheriff's offices from all over Southwest Florida will have their DUI wolf packs on patrol tonight. So if you don't have a designated driver and you end up having a few drinks, there are options for you. Of course, you can always call a cab. There's also a trolley service in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Fort Myers Beach tonight. Also a big one, AAA's Tow to Go program in full effect this evening. This is for a free ride plus towing of your vehicle if you are impaired. Put this number in your phone before you go out tonight, 855-2TOW-2GO. Once again, that's 855-286-9246. Another friendly reminder from law enforcement that includes safety with your firearms. Not uncommon for folks to shoot the gun off to celebrate the arrival of the new year, but a friendly reminder, what goes up, of course, must come down. Firing a bullet into the air can bring unintended, even tragic consequences.
You could be cited for discharge of a firearm within city limits. Some of our outer limits of Lee County, people do shoot guns on their property. But again, recommending tonight, we'd like everyone to be safe and not use handguns or long guns.
Again, not only can you hurt someone, your actions can really get you in trouble here. So please think twice about shooting into the air. This is only the beginning of our New Year's coverage this evening. Coming up at 10:30, we're showing you the creative way that local businesses are helping you ring in the new year in style. Also at 10:30, we're giving you an inside look at the celebration in New York's Times Square. And at 10:45, a look at 2014 around the world as we check out some of the best displays in the Eastern Hemisphere. Again, that's all still to come tonight. In other news, Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers chalking 2013 up as a very successful year, seizing more than $1 million in drugs, weapons, and stolen property. Since the start of the year, your anonymous tips have led the arrest of nearly 700 wanted criminals who were charged with over 1,600 different crimes. Your tips have also led to the recovery of over $150,000 in stolen property. The organization now looking forward to a successful 2014.
We've got over 1,600 cases that were solved because someone had the bravery to pick up the phone and call us. You know, so many times people will see things or they know things and they just bury their heads in the sand. They don't want to get involved. But we're very pleased to see that so many people are picking up their phones. They're giving us that information, and for that information, they're getting a cash reward.
The Crime Stoppers hotline is 1-800-780-TIPS, and they are open 24 hours a day. Unfortunately, the work is never done. Tonight, Crime Stoppers is asking for your help identifying two men who held up a Lehigh Acres convenience store in October. It happened October 29th at Gigi's Grocery on Gunnery Road. One man holding a weapon at the clerk's head while another man watched the door. The men emptied the register and then took off. They are considered armed and dangerous. You're seeing surveillance pictures here. If you have any information about the crime, once again, that number to call, 1-800-780-TIPS. All lanes near the intersection of Cape Coral Parkway and Skyline Boulevard back open tonight after a minivan overturned in the area this afternoon. Shortly before 6, authorities say a two-car crash caused the van to roll over, trapping 2 people inside. Firefighters using the jaws of life to rescue them before cleaning up the scene. The Cape Coral Police Department still investigating, but say those involved did not suffer any serious injuries. Tonight, a Cape Coral man is being treated for life-threatening injuries after a motorcycle crash. 40-year-old Sean O'Brien was riding his Harley north on Bort Store Road near the intersection of Cetus Parkway when a car turned in front of him. O'Brien didn't have time to react. He was thrown from his bike, landing right there in the middle of the road. He was not wearing a helmet. Alcohol and drugs not considered a factor in this crash. There were a record number of traffic fatalities in Cape Coral this year, 18 in total, not including 3 deaths that were the result of medical issues. This number represents a sharp increase over last year when there were 10 deaths on Cape roadways. In 2011, 11 travelers lost their lives on Cape roads, and Cape police say they're doing all they can to make sure that drivers are following the rules of the road.
Unit is going to be conducting a number of operations throughout the year. Part of that is going to be bi-weekly red light operations to reduce the number of crashes that we're having in major intersections. They'll also be participating in the annual Click It or Ticket campaigns, so we'll be focusing on getting people to buckle up.
All right, you heard it here first. Mind the red lights and, of course, the stop signs, and also be aware of pedestrians and cyclists out there on the roads. Tonight, we're learning the DUI case of a state investigator suspected of a deadly hit and run has been reassigned. Governor Scott ordering the case moved to the 15th Judicial Circuit of Florida in Palm Beach County. Charles Lawson was arrested on Christmas Day for driving under the influence, and he's the prime suspect in the hit and run crash that killed 48-year-old Michael Sasson. Prosecuting Lawson in Southwest Florida would represent a conflict of interest. A convenient trip around town tonight coming up the plan by Cape businesses to help you ring in the new year safely. And with the new year comes new laws in Florida. What you need to know to stay on the right side of the tracks in 2014. But first,
one option is to put my son through unnecessary painful shots to treat for rabies.
A feral cat attacks a 3-year-old little boy, putting his health in danger. Who's trying to stop the search for the dangerous animal? Next.